Okay guys, today we're going to do the synthesis for Geography Challenge 3, Ancient India. So get your maps out. You should have your map all the way done, finished and colored, and all labeled and ready to go. What I'd like you to do is turn your paper over to the back and make your back look like mine. You should have the title synthesis, you should have lines making 4 quadrants, and number each quadrant 1 through 4. There's going to be 4 questions, so for each question you're going to put an answer in the correct quadrant. Okay? All right, question 1. To what areas had Buddhism spread by 600 CE? All right, so if we're looking at your map, I want to remind you that the legend says that the arrows represent the spread of Buddhism. So if you're looking at all the arrows on your map, all the places at the ends of these arrows are where Buddhism has spread by 600 CE. So one of them is Korea, way up here, and then there's Japan, and if you go south, there's Sumatra and Java. But there's a bunch of other places where Buddhism spread. So I want you to find all 10 and make a list in your quadrant 1. Go ahead and do that now. All right, question 2. Over what distance did Buddhism spread from west to east? All right, so when we're talking about distance, it's probably easier to use the map in our textbook simply because we know that it's very precise. Ours is a little less precise. So what we want to do first is we want to look at the scale. The scale tells us how much space on our paper map represents how far in real life. So in this case, this space represents 1,000 miles on the real Earth. So if we're looking to the west, Buddhism spread this far west, all the way to Persia. And if we're looking to the east, Buddhism spread all the way to Japan, this far east. What we need to do is we need to figure out the distance from west to east that it spread, how far it is from west to east. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the scale and you're just going to put it along the space to see how far it goes. Now I'm seeing here that I can put approximately 4 of the scales across this line, which means it's approximately 4,000 miles from west to east. You might get a slightly more precise answer, but it's approximately 4,000 miles from west to east. So that's the answer for question 2. All right, question 3. In what country was the Buddha born? Notice I'm looking for the country, so you need to write that down. And then you're going to label his birthplace on your map. So if we're looking at the map, we'll use the one in the textbook again. I noticed that his birthplace is written right here. It says the city is Kapilavastu, and it says that that's Buddha's birthplace. Right here is where the point is. That's where the city is. Now remember, the question is looking for the name of the country. So the country this is in, it's on the yellow, so I'm going to say that the country this is in is the country of India. So the answer for number 3 is that Buddha was born in India. Number 4, what main idea does this map convey? Okay, so when I'm talking about this, I want to really know what is this map trying to teach us. And here's a hint. Use the words in the map key to help you explain. So if I'm looking at the map, I can see that the map key is talking about where places became predominantly Buddhist. Those are the pink places. Where places eventually converted to Buddhism, that's the green places. And where places were predominantly Hindu, that's the yellow places. Also in the map key, it's talking about the spread of Buddhism. And I'm also seeing this title, it's talking about Hinduism and Buddhism in India in the year 600 CE. So I'm thinking that the main idea is going to be something about Buddhism and Hinduism and the spread of Buddhism. So go ahead and write the main idea. What is this map trying to teach us about Hinduism and Buddhism? All right, you should be just about done. This should be your map. It should be finished, and you should have answers, 4 answers on the back of your paper. When you're completely done, go ahead and put it into the turn-in bucket on the stool in the front of the classroom. Thank you.